Hey guys, Sucks. I'm 7th Hour Films back again with Attack on Titan. Last time on Attack on Titan, we had Response. Struggle for Trost, part 6. So much Trost. So we had the outcome of Eren being a Titan. And luckily, Pixis was there to save the day. And they didn't end up killing Eren, which is good. Instead, Pixis... Sorry, I'm loading up the Blu-ray. I forgot to do that. Instead, Pixis wants him to... he wants him to lift a boulder, a really big boulder, as Buffered Sea Titan, and then plug the hole in the wall so that the Titans will stop entering the city. Yes. Also, Armin had a really great moment in the last episode. So great that I forgot what his name was for a second. So, yeah. That was pretty much that. It was a really great episode, and I'm very curious to see where we are going this time. So, yeah. This is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. And if you want to watch my reaction to this episode of Attack on Titan, what you gotta do is head down in the description or to the pinned comment, click on the link, and that will take you over to the reaction. It's pretty normal, honestly. You just go and watch it, and it's just like a reaction. You don't have to pay for anything. And you can hopefully enjoy it, and when you are done with that, you can pop it right back over here for the discussion. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into this episode of Attack on Titan. Here we go. Freaking cliffhanger. It's just... the freaking cliffhanger. Like, okay, with everything that was happening, there was a part of me that was like, okay, this can't go as smoothly as they're hoping it will. Like, something's gotta happen. Like, don't get me wrong. I feel like, yes, Eren will plug up the hole with the boulder. But I knew something had to happen. Something wrong had to happen first. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening here with him supposedly punching Mikasa. Him supposedly punching Mikasa. I don't buy it. I'm pretty sure he missed. I don't think he hit her whatsoever. But I have no idea what happened. It's just one of those things where it's like, okay, we had an entire episode that was basically just hype. Like, this was a hype episode, you know? That's almost all this was. A great hype episode, but a hype episode, you know? Last episode, we came up with the plan, and we were like, yes, we'll do it. And now it's like, okay, we'll do it next time. It's like, oh, God damn it, you have to stretch this out. But, yeah, so it's one of those things. That's not really a shocking cliffhanger, because I don't buy it. And I knew something like this would have to happen. Like, this couldn't go with how much they were hyping it up. I knew that it couldn't go 100% to, plan. Something had to go wrong before it can go right. Now, we are going to resolve whatever the hell just happened there. And now after that, we can, continue on with the plan. And there we go. So... But I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, so that's that. Yes, so this was definitely a hype episode. And again, it's really good, but really nothing happened in this episode when you stop and think about it. So we can go ahead and hop into the notes. Don't know how long this discussion is going to be. Let's find out. The first thing I wrote down is come together. Come together. But, yeah, that conversation between Eren and Commander Pixis about someone who says like, oh, for her humanity to band together, they would have to have a greater enemy, which, I mean, that basically shows that's basically the definition of every alien movie ever made, like Independence Day when when it's like, oh, the entire Earth, they've come together and we've gotten over our petty differences in order to face these aliens, It's the same thing. But I like Eren being like, oh yeah, we certainly came together, all right. What a bunch of... we're just a bunch of fucks, aren't we? And Dot Pixis is like, yep, we are. I like you. It's like... that's really cool. I love the interactions between Eren and Pixis, so that's really cool. New Orders. So that was a fun scene. That was a really funny scene when Pixis is, talking to everyone, announcing what the next plan is going to be, and it's like, and he's just standing up there and menacingly, he's just standing up there and he's like, all right, hear me out. See this guy, Eren Yeager? He's going to plug up the hole with that giant boulder. How, you may ask? He can turn into a titan. Apparently, he is the product of a scientific miracle, which I guess in and of itself is an oxymoron, isn't it? Not the point. But yeah, it's just like, he can turn into a titan. How? Who fucking knows? But he can. So we're gonna try that, guys. I know that sounds weird and insane, and you probably don't believe us, but that's what's happening, So that was a really funny scene, and all of them like being like, you're bluffing! You have no plan. This is bullshit, But yeah, that was really funny. I like that. And then we also got the fact that if anyone leaves, they will not be tried for treason. Wasn't this interesting? So, okay, so here's the interesting thing. That, I don't know, I guess it definitely just plays to Pixis eccentricism, Like, he's such an eccentric man. But yeah, it's like, no one would have expected, Commander Vegeta, or whatever his name is, the guy who I didn't realize until he started yelling, that is straight up Chris Sabat. Not even attempting, like, this isn't like he's trying to be different when he's like All Might or something. It's like, no, this is Chris Sabat yelling as Vegeta. Not even as Piccolo or anyone. It's like, alright, whatever. Chris Sabat's just doing his Vegeta yelling, like, okay, whatever, cool. But, yeah, it's like, Pixis is just like, alright, if you want to leave, leave. We still recognize your service. You will not be tried for treason. You will not be executed. You're cool. And on the one hand, it's like, okay, well, some people are just going to go, right? Now, the one guy who was concerned about his daughter, and, he imagined it. It's like, okay, so, wait a minute, because I don't fully remember. Is he saying that, okay, that he's going to go home so that he can protect his daughter from any titans that come there? Or is he staying? Because some of the doubters, like Sasha, she stayed around, Is he staying because he has to try to fight so that he can save his daughter, That's kind of what I'm thinking. And if it's that he's staying, some people are staying now because now they realize, what they're fighting for and stuff. They're fighting to save the people that aren't fighting, That may have been part of Pixis's plan, which I would not put it past him. I was kind of saying in the reactions, like, he's kind of guilt-tripping them, honestly. It's like, oh yeah, you guys can leave, go be with your families, we'll be over here, facing the Titans if you need us, but you don't. Go home to your families, you're not being tried with treason. And just wait, and they will come back. Although, it seems a little weird, but you know what? I wouldn't put it past Pixis, honestly. So, maybe it's that. We also had the plan itself, which is a bunch of the cadets, just a bunch of the soldiers and cadets are going to be leading a bunch of the Titans away so that Eren won't have anyone, messing with him while he's trying to move this boulder. Which, they always said, like, oh, he's got to lift that boulder up and then carry it. It's like, wouldn't it be easier to roll the boulder? Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like he could do that, but whatever. But yeah, so... But I do also like that, they've got 4 people guarding Eren to make sure that he's okay, So yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's that. I hope it's that he rolls it, because they showed the image, which this is also where I knew that this is not going to go exactly to plan, where it actually cut to Buffered Sea Titan carrying this giant boulder on his back. It's like, when they actually showed that, I was like, this is not going to go to plan. It might still work. Like, believe me, it might still work, but it's going to be interesting how they get it to work. There's going to be some issues they're going to have to work out. So yeah. Okay, so they had a whole thing about population control, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, they had, wasn't it like people had to go out, whether, like, I don't remember, did they say it was a scouting mission? I do remember this from, like, episode 2, so long ago. But I think it was like, they either went on a scouting mission or they went, like, farming or something. And I do remember, I think one of them was Armin's father. And so the reason they went out there was, like, population control, apparently. Apparently, that, according to Pixis. So it was population control so that, they would still have resources, because while Maria didn't have enough resources, basically, for everyone that had come in. So, or was it Wall Rose? I don't remember. Whichever wall it is. So yeah. So he basically confessed to the population control that happened, which, I mean, it's fucked up, but I'm not that surprised by it, So yeah. I wrote down Mikasa. Man, Eren's really giving her shit, Like, with everything, it's like, no, you go. And I get it, because he doesn't want to be treated like this child that she has to protect. And also, he wants her to do her job. If she can be more useful other places, then Eren wants her to be there instead of with him. I get that. I also understand Mikasa, who's like, no, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to protect you. That's what I do, And Eren's like, you're not my mother. And it's like, really? Because you're acting like her angsty son. So, but yeah. But then in the end, they wanted Mikasa there anyway, because she's the fucking best. She's Mikasa. Mikasa Ackerman, the fucking best. Put that on a t-shirt. I want that. I want a picture of Mikasa, and I want it to say Mikasa Ackerman, the fucking best. Alex Amen 2020. You don't have to put that last part on there, but I'm just saying. If you want to quote me on that, Mikasa Ackerman, the fucking best. Alex Amen 2020. So, anywho. We also had the speech about, this is for them, make sure, no matter what you're doing, make sure that these people do not die in vain. I get that. That was a really good speech, It's like, oh, they're not just pawns, they're people. So you're not just doing this for the country, you're doing this for the people. The people who are going to sacrifice themselves so that you can attempt to do this, So, yeah, this will be interesting. I also like that they say, like, hey, if we can do this, if we can actually take back Trost from the Titans, this will be a turning point. We will actually have the first victory against the Titans right here, right now, if we can plug up that fucking hole, Which I really like. I really like that. The idea of that. It's like, okay, we might actually do something here. We might actually be able to beat them at something. So I like that. And then at the end, punch. Buffered Sea Titan Eren straight up punched Mikasa. Again, I doubt that that's what really happened. I doubt it, but it does confirm what I was kind of thinking, that this is not going to go exactly to plan. I still think this will work, you know? I still think this will work in the end, but they're going to need to work on it a bit, you know? Clearly, Eren's got a little issues going in right now, so yeah. But we will have to figure out what all is going on next time. So yeah, good episode. Again, it was really it was really a hype episode, where last episode, you know, we had the not the aftermath, but we had everything with the soldiers and everything, and then them figuring out, like, hey, maybe we can use Eren to plug up the hole in the wall. And then this episode, it's like, oh, are we going to do that? No, we're going to do that next time. But this is like all the hype and build up to get to Eren actually doing that. And then, obviously, the twist at the end that something is wrong with Buffered Sea Titan, which I will continue to call him instead of Eren Yeager when he's in that form. Because at that point, he is Buffered Sea Titan, and it is the greatest name ever, and I will never let it go. So that's pretty much that. We will have to figure out what's going on next time. So with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys then. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Attack on Titan videos, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.